Welcome, all my aliens, apes, and zombies. It's Crypto Novo 311, and I'm back again with my favorite friend, JRR Token. We have some fun stuff today. We're going to be coming out with a good Father's Day thing from, that's right, Preps to the Pros. And what they have going on is we're going to have some Punk Babies action and also some cool AI stuff from none other than, if I can find it on my board up here, it's one of these buttons, Arman Pindar Van Arman, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to kick it off first with JRR Token. JRR Token, what do we got going on today? What do we got going on tonight? We have Father's Day. We have some diaper dogs. We have some cool things. How have we been?
Really? Okay, so it is Father's Day, so you should have a nice, adopt if you don't have any kids and get some diaper dogs. So, Diaper Dogs is a really awesome NFT art project I've been following. Got some of the original ones, but just as of 1 hour ago, some new ones dropped. If you could scroll down just a little bit. So this is actually a collection created by an artist named Wizard Skull. He's an awesome artist. He's actually just doing some pretty big things this week in Hong Kong with one of his famous sculptures, which is a two-headed Mickey Mouse. But this is his first NFT project, and the Diaper Dogs are a huge collection of interesting dogs and in diapers, and they all have different effects for them. But this new series of animated ones are basically moon dogs, which is pretty cool. It almost might be the theme of the night. So these are new animated dogs. And now here's what's I think interesting that people might be taking for granted here is that these are not any type of AI generated or GAN animated 8-bit animations. These are all hand drawn by him, Wizard Skull. And he actually shows some of his process on his Instagram, which is pretty cool. But these are all hand drawn 8-bit animations, which pixel art, which is so cool. So I ended up scooping up 3 of these this evening.
Look at you go.
Yeah, I had, and one of them wasn't actually a moondog. One of them was a Super Mario Brothers. Let's go to if you here sort it by recently sold. See what's
And
going
what I
on
like
here.
is the entry point here. Oh, yeah, man, he's been selling. The entry level here is low, so it makes it collectible, it makes it tradable. There's a diamond one right there.
Yeah, well, that's the one I got. Yeah, so
This one right here. That's
yeah,
a
had to
one.
get that one because uniquely, this is the only dog in the collection right now that has diamond fur as a property. But I had to get that Mario Brothers esque one. That's just like in my DNA.
Uh-huh.
And I got another space one that had the little aliens carrying him. Actually, that David Bowie one I just sold to one of my favorite other artists. Bought it from me, Killer Acid, which is really cool. So I ended up getting that first diamond Bowie diaper dog, but recently just sold it because this again, when one of your favorite artists says, "Hey, can I buy that from you for more than what you bought it for?" I guess you say, "Okay."
Yeah, well, then you get to come back, and then
dog.
the cool thing is you come back and you buy more from the artist, and then you're giving back to the community, and that's the economy of it, and that's what makes it fun. And then you're getting a secondary market already going for these diaper dogs. It's excellent to see.
So
should we move on to the next one here, or you want to talk about?
Those are super cool. Just definitely keep your eyes on those. Those again just dropped an hour ago. So what I know is that Wizard Skull is going to be doing some touring in Asia, and we'll be using diaper dogs in some potentially some street art. So that's just gonna make these guys take them into the physical world, which will be pretty awesome and definitely help increase the value.
I love bringing NFTs into different planes, the physical, the NFT. It's really neat seeing that when artists do that, and it shows the growth and evolution of where I think the NFTs are going to go. So whereabouts in is it going to be like overseas? Is it going to be in the
I think
States?
he's going to Hong Kong.
That's
I
what you were
actually
saying
was
there.
trying to get, I was trying to get him on the show, but he's been a bit busy. But I believe he's going to go to Hong Kong because he just dropped some vinyl figures, which is his double-headed Mickey, which is pretty sweet. And I think that's where he's going to start, but who knows? We'll find out. So anyway, something also that was really awesome this week was Complex Land. Actually, click the tab to the right of this, if you don't mind, which is the Complex Land landing page. So I'm not sure if you attended or if anyone watching attended this, but it was really awesome. So Complex Magazine, publisher, digital publisher, came out with Complex Land 2.0. Last year during the pandemic was the first one, which was like a virtual, somewhat metaverse digital shopping experience for like hype drops and sneaker culture. And they took it up a lot of levels this year with Complex Land 2.0 with like these multiplayer experience. It was just Google email kind of login. This was not like a true metaverse, but they did have voice capabilities this year where you could like talk to a whole bunch of friends and run around as your avatars. It was pretty cool, and they had NFTs this year, which was really exciting. And they did two things that was pretty significant. One was Nifty Gateway. So if you go back to that Nifty Gateway tab, they partnered with Nifty Gateway to release a whole bunch of like really amazing artists over 3 days. So I actually scooped up this one, which I was like, oh my God, I got it on the secondary market basically the same day, which is just so gorgeous. This is this is Nitros. Nitros is a pretty famous artist, street artist. He makes a whole bunch of stuff, but I haven't seen many of the NFTs.
Look
But
at the eyeballs. Like the eyeballs still stay within the helmet and get separated up here.
yeah,
They're
and this,
still
so
in
this
there.
is the Darth Vader like
They're
dissect,
dissected.
and that's his whole like thing is dissection of all these creatures and famous characters, and like this is just so gorgeous with the glass and the smoke and the looping. It's just wild.
And the
Um,
green lightsaber, huh?
Yeah. So, all the Nifty Gateway pieces sold out, which was, or for the most part, really great. I'm not sure if they all sold out, but they did pretty well. I ended up getting two pieces. I got one on the third Complex Land third day NFT drop, which was pretty sweet. So came with a lot of unlockables, like a T-shirt and some music, and it's beautiful. So I showed my wife; she appreciated it.
More
But that's
from the more from the NFTs to the physical, getting the T-shirts. That's pretty cool. What do I think of? Was it an NFT of it dissected like that? It's almost like a Meebit.
Yeah, it does look like that. Yeah, it definitely looks like that glass me bit. And then Super Chief Gallery also got involved, which is really cool. So Super Chief Gallery is a traditional gallery out of the Lower East Side in Manhattan. And
They
been
they did a lot with Justin Aversado, and then when they did Save Art
Yeah.
Space, I think they had a physical punk museum there for a portion of their opening, actually.
Yeah, they actually just did a digital diaspora event for Juneteenth this weekend, which is pretty cool, with, featuring a lot of Black and African American artists, which is pretty sweet. But they were also doing some drops, which were pretty significant. Like these are really insane artists, really crazy pieces that are all priced at 0.25. So if you're looking for, I have a lot of people asking me like, what's some really amazing art, from some more, known artists or artists that are, already have some significant value. So some really great stuff coming out of NFTs from Complex Land, which is good because that really brings in a whole new audience.
I like that. How about you bringing our audience to some Dream Loops right here?
Yeah, so this is
I skipped one here. Let's how about Doge Run?
Yeah, so Doge Run is, what do you think this is? Did you hear about this?
I think it's dog racing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of similar to what?
Well, Zen Run, huh?
I'd say so.
Oh man, what did you find here with this?
So anyway, this is a Doge Run. It's basically, people who are, I think, clearly fans of Zed Run, but they wanted to kind of take it their own way. When Zed Run started, I said, "Oh, horse racing." The second thing I thought of was greyhound
Dog
racing. I'm
racing?
like, yeah, I mean, anything that's like, you don't want to do to animals, you could just digitize it and keep them safe, and then make them nice pets.
That's a very good point that you're making right there with animal safety. Because I mean, people do
Yeah.
like the entertainment of maybe doing some skilled analysis. If you look at these dogs, if your
I know.
dogs could win a race, and it's pure randomness through calculations.
Yeah.
Are they trying to
So
make how gamified are they trying to make this? Are they going to try to make
no,
it
they're going all the way, but it's so baited. Like, this is if you were, I guess, in like early 2020, maybe Zed Run. Like, they're so early. Who knows if this is even going to go anywhere? But I
they're
did.
taking their time? It's like
I,
a content grab.
I did give it a shot, and so this is if you go to the Interstellar Shelter, they are doing their Genesis launch of they're doing the Genesis launch of these dogs, and you get them in this egg. That's how you're not even getting like a Nakamoto or versus a Buterin. You're basically just getting a random egg. You could get up to 5, but the prices are increasing. So I got it on the day they launched for point 1 ETH, and that got me a random egg. I hope I get like a crazy golden Shiba Inu. I don't know. Yep, that's it. It's just some dancing egg. But inside of that, when they're ready, I'm just gonna sit on it. Um,
I like the randomness generator that just pops out a random one. So you're not, so it's fair for everyone. You never know
yeah,
what you're going to get.
and I'm
We got
like,
some guys in the green room. Let's pump through
yeah,
dream loops here because I know this. I miss
yeah.
the bread. I'm missing a lot of things, but then again, I can't keep up with everything. So what do we got here?
I know, it's okay. Don't worry, I'll keep up. So this is Electro Labs project called Dream Loops, and think of this as the CryptoPunks of music. So what they've done is they created 10,000 of these Dream Loops, and from basically these are audio clips about, like, I think they're almost all 30 seconds of these unique audio clips that are also paired with very cool vaporwave type of 8-bit art. And they all have different elements. So there's rarity involved. They're actually already inside of the same rarity tools that you could explore Meebits and CryptoPunks and all these other collectibles. So you can use these audios um, with your CryptoPunk. You could pair it. You could, create these new creations with this audio from here. So I definitely snagged a couple of these, which are pretty awesome. I got pretty lucky, and they come. A bunch of them come with unlockables. Well, not a bunch. There's a rare amount. You could get one of these physical cassette tapes, and even rarer is a real vinyl. But so far, really cool, strong community. And we'll see what happens with these. Like, you'll be basically, I already saw somebody who like put their CryptoPunk and remixed it inside of the 8-bit animation with the
You
music
guys,
playing.
me. That's awesome.
And and what you do with this music is up to you, and that's where it's going to get super creative and fun. But these are, ownable, just like CryptoPunks, ownable little assets that are NFTs, and some have different rarity. And this is a pretty strong project. I mean, it sold out very quickly. Huge, exceeded their expectations, I would say, on the drop day.
That's pretty
Yeah,
sweet. That's
we were,
pretty cool
oh,
stuff.
yeah. If you grew up in the 80s and early 90s, I think you'd appreciate the music. The last thing here is this. This is if you're following of Lux, Lux Expression is a really awesome NFT project community. I've been following it pretty closely. It's like an extremely strong Discord and social group. But this was the 50th card that they've made, and it's specific to have utility. And this was actually the first Lux card I've invested in. I've been wanting to get into Lux. They also make Lux gems you might be familiar with. But these are highly sought after cards, and they do a drop, and it's a very limited time drop, and anything that's not bought gets burned, and it's a goner. But the card for Lux Lotto, the reason why I jumped on that, if you read the description, it comes with a lot of real perks. So the ability to get new unreleased cards and additional NFTs, the ability to get included automatically on any and all like giveaways, which is totally crazy. They do a lot of giveaways for whether that's tokens that have pretty significant value for the Lux tokens, or actual cards in the NFTs, which are super gorgeous. This is something that's I think is going to be extremely valuable, and I can't wait to see how this, one of the first Lux cards that truly unlocks a lot of stuff.
This makes me think of how much free stuff you're going to get, and like even if you needed to, get rid of some stuff, but you could find a hidden gem can just be given to you at any second. You don't even know. And for the price value of it coming in, that's going to reminds me of the gift that keeps on giving, the Jelly of the Month Club.
Exactly. That is exactly what I was thinking. So that is like my crazy hot NFT news this week.
Well, there's even some crazier hot news, because we have some punk babies we have them waiting in the green room, and we have a cool setup for how they're going to actually have these punk babies come into light. So we're going to bring in right now. All right. Prep to the Pros is right here. How are we doing this evening?
Yo, what's up, Nova? How you doing, my friend?
I am doing excellent. We have some major news. All right. I'm going to let you do the talking here, because, the latest and greatest. I'm following you guys, just like JJR Token kind of gave me the rundown of the coolest NFTs. This is one that is awesome, and it's hot, just like the Diaper Dogs came out. Here's one that's coming out right now. So how about you tell us what's happening with it?
Yeah, no, thank you, man. Let's put it this way. It's actually 36 Changes is the dev, and he's such a good dude. And just one day I saw a bunch of people buying these for free, because he was giving away the first like 2,500 for free plus gas. So I looked at them, I was like, oh, these are pretty cool. Like when you first look at them, you're like, there's a feeling of like, hey, that's something that I can jive with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like to look at them too. I'm a big, obviously, look what I'm wearing here. I'm wearing a hair filter, so I mean.
Yeah. So I dove in deeper, Novo, and I found out that what 36 Changes did was, basically, each baby is composed of a mother and father of the OG CryptoPunks. So when you first bring that in, you're kind of like, wow, okay, so the DNA passed down to the baby. So after about a month, all of a sudden it started kicking up, and it basically sold out. And then the community just took over. And I love community, Novo. So anything that has a good, group of people around it, I'm in it. Right. So
you can't spell community. You can't spell community without unity. And that's like the one thing that made CryptoPunks and this whole NFT market is the community behind it. If it's Bored Apes Yacht Club, if it's Meebits, if it's whatever's coming out there, you always see it good with a strong Discord, and you see people backing projects, because that's where the stake of value comes in, is through people coming up with good ideas that people enjoy. And this is a great idea that someone made up right here. Father's Day, giving away. How do you tell us about Father's Day? It's Father's Day right now.
Yep.
So
Great question. So Father's Day, what 36 Changes wanted to do was give back to the community, and actually donate to Save the Children. So what we did today was any trade on OpenSea had a 2.5% fee that goes directly to Save the Children, which I thought was pretty awesome. The conversation in the Discord, Novo, turned to, hey, why don't we do this a little bit more often? And I think it's going to become something that's going to be a theme where we'll be able to give to different charities as well, which I think is a pretty great gift by the dev back to to the community, and to the places as well, like Save the Children.
I mean that's what's awesome. I mean it's Punk Babies, Save the Children, Father's Day. So what do we have going on with? What do we got? You want to go to the Polaroid next?
Yeah. So the thing about it is, you're actually dropping what the community's been waiting for. So here it is. Basically, everybody can follow along. You just put in the URL up top, and what you could do is you could put in the Punk Baby number, any number you want to pick up to 3901. And then when you hit the capture button, it's going to take a picture, and then we'll take a look at it together. It's pretty cool because you see how it comes out like the old school Polaroid.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, so I typed in My Crypto Punk right there.
That's
So that's
cool.
number 3706.
Yeah.
My number came out. And what do we have? We have a beard, a bushy beard with
Yeah.
vape. And then we also have green, clown eyes, mohawk. I love it. Look at that came out. Look at that baby right
How
there.
sick is that, right? So when you look at that,
Little baby mohawk right there.
so based upon your DNA from the mother and father, it comes together and it creates the baby punk. So you can go into any number that we have, anywhere from 1 to 3901, and it'll have the mother and father. You could take that picture, you can snapshot it, put it on your on all social media. So we thought it was pretty cool.
JTR token, give me a number here.
Throw in 2222. 42.
Hey, Crypto, move your head. Switch the heads around so we can see the bottom of the.
Thank you very
picture.
much. So you can actually see what's going on there. I'm sorry, I'm looking at
It is covering, right? I didn't know because I was on mobile, so I didn't know if it was
No
covering.
worries.
We're
all
going
good.
right here.
Looking
That's
good
what
now.
mine was
There
like.
we go.
Twos are wild, all twos. So what's
See,
gonna happen?
We need you every stream, brother. I was on mobile, so I didn't know if you could see it or not. Yeah, hit it and see what comes out.
So if you're gonna have your baby's name come out here, takes a second. It's generating right now. We have the light coming on, and
Yep.
here it comes. It's spitting it out right
Like
here.
one of those old school Polaroids, Nova.
I love it. Pops it out right here. All right. So
Great.
it's like, is that thermometer in the baby's
That's
mouth
awesome.
right there? Is that thermometer attribute class? Wearing the
Yeah.
glasses, got the earring, it's got the stringy hair with mom right there. Looks like
Cool, right?
it's replacing the cigarette with the
Thermometer.
thermometer.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do another one there. Crypto number 311.
it gets addicting, brother.
All right, so Punk Family dot photos up top. We got the Polaroid that will spit these things out for you.
And like JR said, like if you're a kid of the 80s and 90s, man, you remember these things.
Oh, yeah, that's
You did a
really
great
fun.
job. Like the whole thing is so cool. Hey, are there any twins? Is there any Punk Baby twins?
You know, that's a great question. There are close relations. Like, you know what? We could lead this into the rarity tool, and I'll show you something based like just on that. Skip
Is it
over
gonna
that
be like
over to
a more
rarity.
COVID show? Like, oh, he is the
So
father.
yeah. So JR, check this out. Go down to slide down, and I think it's 39 and 40.
Right now we're on Rarity Tools. Right now we're on Rarity Tools. Punk Babies.
Yep. So go down to 39 and 40. Anybody who doesn't know Rarity, get on there. Basically, what it does is for collections that they have coverage for, which we got on with Rarity.
Yeah.
They basically do an assessment of the different traits for each baby. You slide up a little bit, actually. I think it's right in there. And they make a determination on how rare you are. Yep, slide that. All right, right there. So 40 and 41 are pretty close, and so is 39 and 40. So even though they're not exact JRR, there are close ones that I haven't even studied yet with the Polaroid. So now you got me going because I'll be sitting here all night doing that.
Twins.
But they're close. So
That's
it would be interesting to see what the mother and father do look like. But
They have
You get
more
listen, at the end,
classes.
just quick, this is all in a week, guys. So this is community driven, and 36 Changes did all the artwork on here, and it's his ball. But the community's just throwing out ideas, who to go to, where should we go. So we're tackling, just what we want to do is just use all the tools that are out there, highlight them as well for people that, just enjoy trading.
Yeah,
And,
that's pretty close to me right there. Got the
There you
There
go.
it is.
clown nose. I got the tassel hat,
So
number
put in
99.
3434. Put them in the Polaroid. See what it comes out.
Where are we at? Polaroid action.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's just how simple this is, and just put the smile on my face. I mean, it's just simple. It's just boom.
Yep.
So I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna do a little something like this. I'm gonna go to edit here.
Yeah. And there you go.
Oh man,
Pretty close.
good looking kids.
So yeah, so we have that. You guys can play around with that. Just a couple other things. So we like I said, we did the Father's Day cards, but what 36 wants to do with that is basically make them into birthday cards, and anybody can mint directly on the site, for themselves, or holiday cards as well. So that's down the road, and maybe some utility for the Punk Baby owners as well. So if you're a Punk Baby owner, that you can get that at a discounted price or whatever it may be. So these are the things that we're talking about in the future for utility. And then, we think we have a really, really good roadmap. It's already developed. We're ready to drop that coming up in the next week or two.
Oh, that's excellent. Definitely keep me posted, because that's what I like to see is that growth in it. We're going to walk in here because this is a good transition to actually a next guest that we have in the background there. So in our green room that we're going to bring on in a couple minutes. But here is your cyber walkthrough here. Well, I mean, this is pretty sweet. You have the babies are walking right here, right on the walls.
Yep. So this is actually developed by one of the community members. So again, we have a very vibrant community that's developing their own direction on how to utilize these. But as you can see, like people take a lot of time and even which pieces of art to put where. This, for prime example, it's an on cyber. So all of a sudden when he dropped this, a bunch of people are starting to learn what on cyber is, what it does. And it's not necessarily just used for the Punk Babies community. It's used for anybody. So, like what we look at is that there's art that's out there, NFTs that are out there, but there's also these things that we can utilize as a community. And whether or not you put Punk Babies up there or you put something else, at least you know what on cyber is. So it's one of those functions that you could show a brand new person coming into the space and be like, oh, that's why it works. And that's what it actually, these aren't just JPEGs. There's actually a function to them. There's an art to them as well. And this one happens to be my on cyber.
Is it right that I'm showing this one? I mean, this is how I got contact with you, actually.
Yeah, this is actually a bunch of just my stuff that I have up there.
And this
I was looking around here today. It's so cool.
Yeah, right. So, that's a Dogecoin. That's one of the aliens. Yeah, sliding around. I'll just go quick. And that's Swolf Chan. I don't know if you guys know Swolf Chan. So he's a big artist in the NFT space. He's building out his own community.
Minted right by Swolf Chan. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's a Dogecoin that was minted by the Dogecoin founder. This is actually from this guy, Nicky Friedgen. So he's a sick artist. So this is his haunted house. So I scooped that up. I traded it for an ape with him. This is Swolf Chan again. This is his art, which is pretty sick as well.
Movement, sound. That's awesome, man.
Now this one is actually Thomas Campbell. That particular piece, guys, actually has a physical piece in Spain. In a you could walk through the gallery. It's one of about 6 or 7, I think. Mark Cuban owns one. So, I own number 1, number 3, but there's a physical.
We're gonna have to hang out a little bit more. You're art savvy for me. I'm digging what you're bringing here. I like how you're displaying it. I like what I mean. JR Token. I mean, this is kind of up your alley a little bit too.
Oh yeah, I love it. I have a whole bunch of little on cyber galleries and rare rooms set up. It's so much fun.
So what I'm doing here is I'm walking around this room, and then you can hit E, and then E will bring you into the details of the actual NFT itself. So, I come in here, I come up close, I'm hitting E, and then it'll bring me, Roots of Rage. It tells you about it. You could buy it if you wanted, if it's for sale. It could tell you who minted it. I mean, this is cool.
Yep. That's and again, like you as a brand new person into the space, you could say, hey, this technology is pretty insane. People can visualize where we're going with augmented reality. It's kind of like when I was a kid, and you would imagine, hey, at some point we're gonna have a video call with somebody. It was like an automatic going to happen. It was just a matter of time. So in this is most people are like, what's an NFT? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. It's just a JPEG. But it's not just a JPEG, because look at what you can do and create here. And this is just with basic, this is the beginning of the next generation. And JRR probably has 10 times more knowledge about where we're going. But
I mean, the on cyber thing, exactly what you were just showing. Like, I loved your whole your gallery room bar space. It's just awesome. But you know what you want to do, right?
You want to show it off. You want to sell it.
Well, I think you want to have somebody else in that bar with you, right? Like multiplayer,
Right.
multi-person experience, being able to say, "Oh yeah, this is the art. Let me explain it to you. This is
Let's go
that's
play the game over here."
It's kind of
Exactly
like your
right.
crypto voxel, but like that. I can't wait, and I'm assuming it's going to be coming to On Cyber and Rare Rooms, where you could have like multiple people hanging together, talking together about the art in real time, and then it all comes together.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much fun.
That's pretty sick. And on the way out here, Novo, just quick, what 36 just threw out to me was, what he's going to do is he's going to do a new NFT that's going to be dropped to each Punk Baby owner. Actually, each Punk Baby. So there's going to be 3,901 in the run for any Punk Baby owner. At a snapshot, I think it's going to be on the 22nd. So I guess that's 2 days from now.
I did see that, just reading that today.
Yep.
Was that one of Baby 5? Was that this one ranked?
Yeah, I think that's the one. And basically what it's going to be is just a snapshot of all 3,901 guys on one NFT. So it's pretty cool. It's just like kind of like Beeple's, whatever that was, the 5,000 days. It's going to be 3,901 of the Punk Babies all on one NFT. That's going to be minted and given to each owner. So every owner of a Punk Baby is going to be able to mint one of those.
That's pretty nice. You have to take a snap. Pretty much, you got to pay for the gas, and that's that. You get a commemorative one with all the Punk Babies on it, and then that's it. Then they close it off. And if you didn't have one by then who knows what they're going to do after that.
Exactly.
I love what's going on. I love the talk of the technology within On Cyber. This was cool. Well, JRR token, give me a number here. We'll toss one in here.
69.
Oh,
There
you. All right. This will probably be the number one most downloaded Polaroid number clicked through. And we'll see what comes out here. I mean, this could be the most Polaroid photographed. Let's see, drum. I don't know if you need a drum roll or if you should look away or what's happening in that Polaroid to generate this.
Oh my God! Close your eyes.
Even the Polaroid's confused.
Don't look.
Right.
Whoa, some nerd glasses. They pumped it out there.
They are from Brooklyn for sure. No question.
For sure.
That does look like a Brooklyn crew walking with their dog. Right. That's funny.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about? Plug. We have Save the Children. We had Punk Babies. Anything else you want to talk about?
It's very simple, just quick on the way out. It's community run. It's one of those functions that, hey, people are just like, oh, it's just another cast off, just another derivative. But now I think that, I hope I shined a light on the fact of what it really, really is coming together as a group and creating and coming up with ideas that you see in other spots and try to build and create, around that community, different applications that in different directions, try things. We're happy to try things. And, if we fail, we fail, like, let's put it this way. Bored Apes was on a big stage and they knocked it out of the park. We don't have to be on that big stage. We could try things and see where it goes and what direction. So it's a cool community to follow. the utility is there for each Punk Baby owner. Like we said, we're going to give out that the new NFT utility, just free plus gas. So just follow along, jump into Discord, and have fun, and maybe contribute.
Yeah, keep me posted, tweet, retweet, all that good stuff. Any good news coming out? I'm going to keep you on. I mean, we got other cool stuff coming on right this second. He's been in our green room waiting way too long to come on, but we've had some cool stuff to show, and it's just going to get even cooler. All right. I have been tracking this for a while, and if you just look over the right shoulder, actually, if you look at the screen, it'll be left. Yeah. All right. First, explain yourself. Explain how you make your NFTs and the art that you make, including the art that's behind you on the walls.
Well, I'm an AI artist, Nova, and I always have the hardest time explaining myself because I paint with robots. And I've been doing this for about 15 years. A while ago, when I had my first kids, I was just out of time, and I couldn't paint anymore, and I needed to keep on painting. So I programmed robots to paint for me because I had this like crazy fantasy that I could they could do all the busy work for me and not just come in and do the finishing work. You know, I'd turn 10 hours of painting into like an hour. And then just over time, like I found myself making the robots have more and more AI, and they became really creative. And then I just stumbled into the crypto art world by accident, totally by accident. I was trying to buy some AI art on Super Rare because just as well as being an AI artist, I wanted some AI art. And Robbie Barrett was only selling Super Rare, so I talked to him and I was like, "Look, I want to buy some of your artwork." And I went on Super Rare. I was like, "Wow, I wonder if I can sell my stuff here." And without even realizing, I was one of the first artists on Super Rare. You know, everyone was worried about getting on there these days. Back then, they were just like, as soon as they let me in, I was like, "This place can't be that great." You know, they'll let anyone in. and then I just started making. These paintings, and they're all matched to a physical. So it's like the robot. You know, it's this weird thing where it's born in AI, and then it's digital, and then the digital is made physical. Like you can see a portrait I'm working on right back there. You can see this is my Bored Ape I just dropped, and that's actually a cool series. And that's like probably all the stuff you guys are talking tonight. I'm doing like I really love. Here's what happened. When I got into NFTs, I considered myself an AI artist. And I didn't consider myself a crypto artist. I always thought, I always watched from the periphery. And I was one of the first artists selling NFTs really early. Like I think my first token on Super Rare is at 100. So, but I saw myself as an AI artist. I was just using crypto to sell. And then I was just over the past 3 years, I realized it's not even the case. I realized I'm a crypto artist that uses AI. It's just the opposite.
That's right.
Everything about crypto art is just like changed everything for me. I'll give you one example. You always hear this: artists have the hardest time getting into the galleries. I've always been hustling. It's just like I'm always hustling. I've always had good sales, but that's like from spending a lot of time, selling my stuff,
trying to get into the galleries, playing the game.
Yeah.
Who do you know? See, that's the best part about NFTs is it equalizes the playing field. Now the galleries, you can make your own gallery. And you can make your own voice. And what you're doing is you're bringing the digital and physical side, which is, I think, is extremely important for any artist or any project. I mean, we've heard it multiple times tonight, from things that we started off with, the cool things of getting vinyls and t-shirts. And now, we're getting crossovers where you even said it yourself, like you are mix of what genre you would be, but it's all genres. And you being the first to come out on Super Rare, like, oh, anyone can do it. No, you're a pioneer, and it's the chapters you're writing. And I've seen other pioneers. One that I always bring as an example is Justin Aversado, because he did the same thing with photography. It's how you're bridging that gap. It's a new form of art, and it's, I believe, one of the last frontiers of content, because this content now individualizes and can monetize for anyone. You don't need to go to the art galleries and the big museums. You can do it from your own knowledge and then building it through the community, because it doesn't take one person, it takes multiple people to get this done. With this, I mean, how about the collaboration with a little bit of story behind this?
Oh yeah, I mean, like I love doing collabs, but like just to build on what you said, that's awesome. Is like yeah, it's like almost as if indie rock has there's been independent indie rock for a while, right? It just seems like now like finally there's indie physical art or digital art. It's fascinating. So which collabs are you mentioning? I mean, I got I can give you and then hey, another cool thing you mentioned was the galleries. You know, as much as the fantasy of this is satisfying, that I can now go. I can now go like directly, and I don't need a gallery anymore, and haven't for a couple years. I'm just opening my own galleries. I don't know if you have a link there, or I could share my screen and show
Yeah,
you.
if you want to share your screen and walk us through, that'd be great. I mean,
All right, cool. And then I'll like talk about all the projects I'm doing in terms of walking you through this gallery, which is like let's see, share screen. It's gonna go. It'll be a little wonky for a second. Oh wait, hold on. Let me undo
just
that.
let me know when you're ready. Make sure there's nothing on there you don't want our friends at home seeing. Take your time, not a big rush.
There we go. Crypto voxels.
Yeah, there we go. Good old crypto voxels. Here we go.
All right, so this is my, the thing I've been doing for a while is painting portraits of other artists and other people in the space. So, you walk into my Crypto Voxels gallery. There's Robness in the background. There's my new paintings. There's Sebastian, CEO of, why is it escaping me right now? One of the, go on.
You have
Sandbox.
a couple people in your gallery right now.
Sandbox. Sorry, Sebastian. I always get stuck on things. Lady Phoenix, there's
it's great. You have your. I'm sorry. Do I call it your robot? Your robot? Does it have?
Yeah. One of my robots right there, and I have time lapses in the gallery, so you can see it there going through the AI to paint a portrait.
And then how about you explain what's right over your right shoulder right now in the studio you're at, so people have a good reference of the physical actual robot. Yeah,
exactly. And it's about, I made it to scale. I made this voxel model scale, and when I have a new painting, I throw it in here so that you can see the time lapse. But what's really the most interesting thing, and I realized I was more a crypto artist than an AI artist, is I'm just fascinated with like this wall. Just the fact that all of us, I'm the oddball out that I don't use an avatar that often. Although my Twitter handle is always an avatar. It's either a Meebit or a CryptoPunk. But I just think it's fascinating that our identities are so different in the crypto world. And when you think of art is all about identity. It's like every artist is basically an identity artist, because your art exists in who you project yourself as. And depending on what you project yourself as, it really changes your art. So making these portraits of how anonymous people want to be portrayed, Artur of Somnium Space, his avatar actually looks like him. So he's got an avatar that he wants to resemble himself. Snow Crash, he's a mystery. No one knows who he is. Angie Taylor, she has pictures of herself out there, but she also has this really popular avatar she uses in a lot of her art. And so on and so on. I mean, it's just, and then there's collectors. You got Tenjed there. Corona's a avatar as well. You got patrons, but I'm just trying to capture as many. Here's another one. I'll talk about a second.
It's almost like a history museum as well, where you'll be able to take these pieces, know where they're stemming from, being able to tell the story of a collector, of an artist. And the growth of it. I mean, you're now connected with them through the similarities of this museum, and they're going to be coming back because they're going to be evolving and telling their own stories as they weave through this metaverse, through this NFT verse. And once you see more and more of the mainstream coming on, I mean, this is going to be the norm here. I mean, we've seen it right now twice in the last two people that I've presented today. Just how, I mean, these are just wicked cool. Cool. And I know
are amazing, and they're a little bit of a flex too, right? I love showing off my CryptoPunk. I love showing off my X copies. There's my.
I mean, that's kind of what I was doing with the AR filter. Is just kind of showing off, my CryptoPunk, some of my NFTs, my friends that had cool NFTs. J.R.R. Token, he has a really awesome, metaverse museum as well, where we walk through it, and he has like, I mean, I don't even know what it is. J.R.R. Token, like you like can change like the light switches on it based on NFT you bought, right? What was that one that you had that you bought that was like a
Yeah, that's the
went to like neon or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's the rare rooms, but it came unlocked from a Nifty Gateway experience, or basically I got a Nifty Gateway.
From Brinkman? Or...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a portrait of him in the probably in the next couple of weeks. He's just up at my studio here in Texas, like the last couple of weeks ago. He was in town he had that NFT drop for this is, once again I'm blanking on it, but it was the musical one, and it was on Async Art. This is why I'm an artist, by the way, guys, because I can't function with anything that's not visual. It was an NFT drop in Async he did as part of a musical NFT, and they did a performance in Dallas. And is it Kate's? Hold on, I gotta find this out. I'm gonna have to go. Async Art Brinkman. Yeah, I think Google has made this even worse. Betty's. Yeah, here we go. Betty's Notebook.
Oh yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah,
that's a really cool project.
Yeah, and sorry, Sam. Sorry, Brinkman. See, look, I this is the reason. It's my social anxiety from being an artist.
There's no reason to apologize. We're all in this together because there's so much information out there, and that's the appreciation I have for you. For Preps to the Pros, for J.R.R. Token, because I honestly don't have enough time to pull all this information in, and it's cool just to sit here and jam with you guys, because I would like to soak this information in anyways, but to have it just live action, I mean, good stuff. And you guys have just been total pros about just showing off cool things, and that's what it's about, just talking about it, having fun. I've never seen anything like this. It's an education for me. Now, I know a couple good collectors. I know tons of great artists from this. I mean, look at this, including yourself. I mean, how about you talk about yourself here? I mean, what's for sale from you?
Oh.
How do you commission? Who would you like to do commission work for? Who would you like to collab with?
Yeah, great questions. Okay, here, I'll start with this one. This is like, I'm doing Super Rare Roses has his roses here. So it was 150, and I was talking with him. And he suggested with this CryptoPunks thing, instead of like, I want to be cautious just as an artist. I don't want to take someone else's IP. Most artists are like that. So I don't want to just have this unending like CryptoPunk series. So I thought up this thing of like, what are the avatars we're making? And it's on the wall right there. And I'm doing 10 limited edition series of 10, just like exploring all these Twitter avatars we keep on coming up with. Why do I love having a CryptoPunk as my Twitter avatar? So the first one I did a GAN, and I trained the GAN top left there. Yeah, has that one. I trained a GAN on every single CryptoPunk, and I weighted it heavily to the cool traits. I always thought Mohawks are the coolest trait. And just for obvious cliche reasons. And then so that was the first one. And the second one, I had a CryptoPunk I didn't like. I bought a floor punk. I didn't like it. I just wasn't in love with it, but it was the only one I could afford that was reasonable. And so I just did this self-portrait of it. Luckily, though, after that, I got a better, I got the CryptoPunk I wanted. And then the third CryptoPunk, I just noticed that like there was a lot of, especially in Somnium space here in crypto, there's the Woka was like doing a lot of complaining that they couldn't get into these. A lot of the metaverses weren't friendly to females, and so I just admitted to the fact, that like this is it is a culture that is slowly coming. Actually, not slowly. I think it's completely around. But I did a CryptoPunk of just all the female punk, and then it started getting stale for me. I do one of these about once a month. I did the CryptoPunks, I couldn't think of another theme that was like interesting. So I saw how the Bored Apes are going nuts. And then I was looking into the Bored Apes. I missed out on the drop. I can't get into everything. But I love them. I know that they're aesthetically gorgeous. And so I lined up, like if a Bored Ape had a similar trait to a punk, the beanie, the pipe, the 3D glasses, I threw it into a GAN. And I had the AI paint like a conglomeration of those. I don't know what 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 are. To tell you guys, I'm always up for commissions. I do most of my commission work. And like, if you want, depending on the kind of commission you want, I have instructions here on how to do it. Like if you want a straight up portrait,
Yeah,
like,
that's pretty cool. That's awesome how you have it right there. The instructions how to do it right there.
yeah. And then there's a cooler one though. That's for if you just want yourself. And here's if you're like, like you want to do some with your avatar. And then there's like links on where you can send those. And the avatars will come out looking like this over here. We just so yeah, I do. And then another thing I tried this month and was really popular is I made a little puzzle. I put these little, you've seen these Meebits hanging out in here, and I just put the puzzle out there on Twitter. I was like, hey, if you can identify these 3 Meebits, I'll do your portrait, and we'll add your portrait here to the gallery. And not just not the Meebit numbers, but the owners. And so I was surprised. That was a lot of people responded. That was really cool.
It's cool. It's like a little proof of attendance to get people in the door, and it's a cryptic prize, and then you have to
yeah, you have to be into crypto to figure out if you have to go to Rarity Tools or something like the 3 Meebits that's Tony Herrera right there. Downstairs was Roses.
I just talked to Tony this week, and
really?
The other one, yeah. Who's the other one?
Me. But they said I was
you.
Because it was like generic. It was just apparently there's 1,000 ties and beards among the Meebits. So it's also a high Meebit number. So it took them forever
to find that one out.
Yeah, Tony was awesome enough to lend me that. It's like I just the way I imagine this gallery being. This is Tony's. The way
I would have gotten that right away. That Flamingo Dow.
Oh, you would have got it right away.
Yeah.
Cool. So I would love to have everyone. And here's even other collectors send me stuff. I just want to have everyone. Ichi Young, an amazing collector. Everyone here is Ken Watana. And he gets me more into sports than anyone else I know. I don't know why I love his Twitter feed. It just keep me updated. OMZ and Alpha Skelly. I'm not sure who Alpha Skelly is, but anyway, this is just what I'm really obsessed with. It's the fact that I started off as an AI artist 15 years ago, and then just found myself just totally into this culture. It's the most amazing culture where there's billionaires alongside, people struggling to make ends meet. It's just fascinating. You guys are talking about the community. It's the most diverse community I've ever seen.
I totally agree with that. That hits it right on the head. And when you have an avatar, like I have an avatar, I can live differently in the metaverse, and in a way that's more pure. Like what is the purity of life comes through in the metaverse, because you don't see the responsibilities I have. You just see me in the Discord, having fun, and I see that from everybody else. And what was really cool about your gallery is somebody mentioned this to me a few months back of explaining the NFT. It's kind of like the hieroglyphics in a cave. And we figured out what those meant, but it was meaningful enough to put it on a cave wall, right? Yeah. So whatever that feeling is, as humans, we want to record. And what you have here is a recording of the beginning. So when if you looked at the mid 70s and the early 80s, as they were cobbling together what would become the internet, the only difference is that we have it recorded, and anybody can see it at any time. Nobody has to store it. It's all stored for us, which is incredible, because like USA and Novo, things are flying by and it's so fast, and we're trying to stay at the forefront of it. And everything that we're doing here is doing that. You're recording in a gallery, you're recording on streams, and I'm in different communities doing the same thing. But at the end of the day, this is the beginning of that new technology that we know is going to come. Because when you put the kids on, you put them into an AR environment, it's natural for them, which is incredible. So what is not necessarily natural to us,
education, you're seeing it in education today. That's all they have is this, half the kids in the world have been living through Zoom lens throughout education right now, and this is going to be the norm for them. Where now we're pioneering the road, paving the way for how they're going to view, how they're going to educate themselves, what's new, what's interesting. And I'm about minting everything. And that's the last thing you got to do with it is mint these types of situations. I mean, mint the moments where you are creating the first NFT that is physical, that is made by an AR robot, mint that, mint that process, mint the design as we put it into a metaverse. And then as the physical trait gets actually shipped to someone's house. Because then we're branching all tiers of what an NFT can do, and it shows people the technology behind it, and it's all the blockchain. And the blockchain not only is based on computers, in my mind, it's the people. I mean, right now we're networking right now, just talking about ideas, gathering information, and it's the networking that's getting faster and faster. It's aggregating this information, extracting the important parts out. And the cool things always prevails, what I found. And this is some cool stuff presented by both of you guys.
Nice,
anything else you want to talk about, Van Armand,
Yeah. Well, I feel like I've said a lot, and I was really interested in everything I heard before I started talking to. This has been a lot of fun. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're always invited back on. I want to see more cool stuff about this. There's another AI artist, Claire Silver. She does AI work as well. Maybe just reach out to her and kind of see what style of AI work she does. CryptoPunk owner, real good, female artist that's really awesome to work with. So, maybe reach out to her, get those, maybe we can get an AI collaboration going with that. I
tried to buy her Genesis piece. I got bid out, so I was happy for her. Yeah,
there you go.
So,
the game. I might be tapping you for your shoulder for resources moving forward about good collectors, good art, stuff like that. Feel free to reach me at any time. I appreciate your time. And next up with what we had with the Punk family photos, that was some fun stuff. Anything else you want to talk about with the Polaroid, with the Punks? Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, just quick. I mean, I just want to give a shout out to Bottle Manny. He did a lot of the back end stuff for the photo booth and a bunch of stuff in Discord, which is pretty cool. So Bottle Manny did a lot. There was a bunch of people. Degen Stables, who's actually a Zed guy, came over. He's doing a bunch of marketing. The Crypto King 23. There's just a bunch of guys, and they're smart, and gals too. I mean, what you were saying before, there's not enough NFTs to bring the girls into the environment that they enjoy. And the one thing that I get is the girls love it. It's just enjoyable to them as well. So we have basically a 50-50 mix. They're smart. They know data, and a lot of this, as cool as the art is for us, it's really about the probabilities and the data and piecing together different traits. Like sometimes you'll have like in that case, you'll have a bandana not match the shirt, right? And sometimes the bandana matches the shirt, but the rarity is about the same, but it just looks better. So the aesthetics give it more of a value. So it's that hunting for really, really cool, the NFT that's really, really cool that looks better than maybe a better rare. So value goes up and down based upon, what people's tastes are. And where they think it's going as well. So it's just a fun community. Come in and hang out. And the things that Armand was putting out there is just next level. I mean, that's where we're going. And I'm just having fun going through the steps of helping build it, part of that community. So, and I appreciate everything that you do, Novo, getting the information out to the world, because the more people see this, the faster that they're going to get on the train, because this train is going to go. And the scalability of innovation is just going to go through the roof. And wherever you jump on the train is where you're going to have to start. So the earlier you get on, the better. And things like this, Novo, your streams, get people into the game a lot faster. So I appreciate that.
These streams, selfishly, are for me because I learned so much in them. I can't sit here and process all this information. I can click on a site real quick and just be like, that's cool, I'll look into it. But to have someone come on and talk about it, have professionals that have been in there for 15 years and talk about it, you know, helps me learn the information and to get it out to other people. I mean, I'm having fun. I don't even view it as anything more than having fun. I mean, Sunday night, I know it's Father's Day. We talk Father's Day things. Boys, I'm going to let you go. We're just under 1 hour of streaming here. We had wonderful viewers. Anything else for the go to the order? You guys want to chat about anything else?
Just want to give you a thank you, my friend, and
Yeah.
look forward to being on again.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
appreciate it. I'll keep you updated with all the new projects.
Cool. For my friends in chat, thank you. I know I had a bunch in there. I wasn't looking at chat. I was clicking through all the cool stuff. My eyes were diverted the whole time. So from J-Man5250 to the Gale 90 to the Guru. All right. Thank you guys. This is going to be Crypto Novo 311. Like I always like to end, stay positive and love life. Peace.